We are here for our first ever episode of Organic Conversations, sponsored by Prairie Organic Spirits, and we are with the founder of Minny Paul, Laura. So Laura, tell us, first of all, like, what is Minny Paul?
So, Minny Paul, we are a gifting studio here in Northeast Minneapolis, and we curate gifts featuring all Minnesota brands and makers. We have an online shop, we have our studio space, and then we also do a lot of corporate gifting.
And I mean, I think we all know businesses aren't born overnight. So how, like, what was the process? How did you start Minny Paul?
It was quite the process. So let's see. I was working in the North Loop at a shop, and a big part of the mission there was getting local creatives together and showcasing and celebrating their work. And I was like art curating at one point. It was pretty cool, but a lot of new information, a lot of new people. And I was pretty surprised that being born and raised in Minnesota, I hadn't really heard of a lot of the companies and a lot of the founders. So from there, after I left that job, I ultimately decided that if I'm the one thinking this, there's probably other people thinking it too. Yep. So the idea started, and or I guess it like festered in my brain, and I couldn't let it go. So in April, I kind of had the concept. By June, we had a Father's Day box for friends and family.
Wait, you had the idea in when?
April.
And you had a box in
very beginning of April, like
wow.
April.
Still,
yeah,
though. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was crazy. It really was crazy, actually. And then by August 17th, the website went live. We had a few other boxes on there, and it was a whirlwind, and it's been kind of crazy ever since that day that we launched. Yeah.
What was your aha moment?
The aha moment. So I guess I was walking on a beach with my mom, and sometimes I think you need to pull yourself out of the day-to-day to have big ideas or some sort of idea that might make an impact. And I was walking on the beach, totally relaxed, totally calm, and that's when the whole moment happened for me. And then the rest of my vacation was spent like on the computer.
Really?
And trying to, I get really obsessed with something if I can't let it go. So it all started there.
So tell me about a moment that you were really proud of and made you kind of stop and be like, wow, like I built this. It's kind of cool.
Great question. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't take that time to actually feel proud and say, wow, because you're just going and going, but you have to remind yourself why you're doing it or you might go crazy. So for me, the first thing I think about is, because it was so tangible, was the Star Tribune article. Last year we were featured in an article in the business section, and it was really cool just to see the paper Sunday morning, and getting, emails and Facebook posts from people I haven't talked to in years, and that was a really proud moment for me. And yeah, I think just physically seeing it and being like, you have to take a second, Laura, look at this, this is cool. Yeah, it made me really kind of settle in and think about that. I was excited,
I had someone give me really good advice recently that I would want to share with everyone, and I was just talking about how business is growing or whatever, and it's like, they were like, Sarah, as an entrepreneur, you always have problems. You just have different problems. And it's like, as your business grows, you're just gonna have different problems, which is good, but it's like hard to I thought it gave me peace of mind because it's like, okay, so I'm just always gonna have problems, great, but that's part of owning a business and running a business.
Evolving problems.
Exactly.
Right? I love to think of it. I mean, one of the skills I would like to put out there in the world that, this is a strong skill I have is I'm a problem solver. And so are you. And it's like, I guess that's a good thing that you're in the field that there's constantly problems, because if you weren't a problem solver, you'd probably want to run. But
for sure.
You're constantly being challenged. And keeping you on your toes. I think both of us too, you'd get kind of bored in another setting where there isn't problems and it's smooth sailing.
Sure.
So.
Totally. Yeah. All right, so tell me about what's the best part of what you do? Because I think the best part would be around all of these amazing local businesses and entrepreneurs and working with them, celebrating them, but I know there's so much more to your business. So what's your favorite part about what you do?
That's a great question, and there are so many things. I love even just packing boxes. I love when I have a full day and I get to put my headphones in and I'm just packing. But my favorite part, if I had to pick one thing, like that gets me up in the morning, and if I have that on my calendar that day, I'm excited, is meeting with new makers. So to discover about, like learn about their business, how they do it, what got them into it, what got them excited, and kind of why are they doing it.
Yeah.
And then I would say also meeting with other small businesses. That's been, even if it's somebody I've known for years, but just to kind of hear about what they're up to, what's their biggest problem right now, if we can relate, and try to help them as well. Not that, I mean, I've only been doing this for a certain amount of years, but it just feels like you're not alone. And I think those are really fun coffee conversations that get me just really excited to learn more about what they're going through.
Yeah.
So meeting new makers and then talking to my current list of like over 50 vendors that we have.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to ask how many current vendors you have, because I know it's a lot.
It's probably around 70 now.
Wow.
Like that's because we have
amazing.
so many corporate stuff too. So they might not be on our website, but just that we have a relationship with and have had their products. Yeah.
Is it like fun sometimes being able to like showcase their work and get them in front of new people and new audiences?
Yeah, when I find out about a new product, I'm constantly talking about it. Our tagline is Discover Local. So that's a big part of what we do and why we do it. So.
Do you do the branding and stuff yourself?
No, Cade Roy did all of our branding, and she's really phenomenal.
So talk about some of the products that you have in these different boxes, or even the style of boxes.
Sure. So this is our new baby box. It's called Baby Bird. Yeah, this is, those are Minnetonka moccasins.
Cute.
Their facility is actually here in Northeast. They're neighbors.
Cool.
So, and then a teething ring from Sen and Sons. Yeah, adorable. And you can
Another
actually
local female-owned business.
Absolutely. And you can actually, this is something I learned from my sister-in-law. You can wet the end of this, freeze it, and then really the kiddos love it, I guess, because you know they're
Can
teething.
I use it for my dog?
You probably could. I don't know why not. They probably tear that apart though. Pretty quickly, it would be gone. Worker Bee, it's an all-purpose balm, so great to kind of just throw in your diaper bag for any kind of like boo-boos or your own cuts, bruises. And then Colored Organics, we have 2 products from them. We have a little beanie hat.
Cute.
And then a swaddle blanket.
Cute.
It's really big and really soft and wonderful. And then,
I'm not gonna mess this up.
yeah. Last but not least, Manhattan Toy Company, a really cute little plush bunny.
And
Just
all of these companies are local?
Yes, so they're all based here in Minnesota.
Cool.
And so is our Binny there. That's from a company called Bird and Bell. It's our new gift vessel. And they're in Northeast.
Use it for so many different things.
Yeah, I have like 20 in my house right now in all different places for all storage needs.
Tell me a little bit about moments when you feel stuck. Like, where do you go for inspiration?
Yeah, well, outside of a dirty martini, that always gives me a little bit more of a creative brain. No, but truthfully, it is my favorite drink. But I actually love to meet with other makers, entrepreneurs, and again, kind of get off that island that I feel like I'm on. And just taking my dogs for a walk. I feel like getting out into nature, you can kind of just take a deep breath, get some fresh air, and then everything doesn't seem so bad and crazy. And you might see something that you've been stuck on for a long time by just putting down your phone, getting away from a computer, and just walking. Yeah.
I feel like Seth Godin says something about like, whenever I'm struggling, he says like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, what's your worst case scenario? And it's usually not that bad. And then you can kind of like work, at least for me, and like can work from there.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any ideas over a cocktail?
I mean, basically any idea after like 6 p.m. or 5 p.m., right? But like I said before, I get kind of obsessed with something. So I feel like when I have a cocktail, it's easier to just talk a little more freely about these bizarre ideas. I'm sure I've thought of a lot of the box ideas, and then probably also had a few ideas that never made it to market, put it that way. But those are usually developed over cocktails, and then I'll write out some sort of like big plan. And one of them, just because you might be wondering, what are you talking about? Is and maybe there's still a market for this, but it would be called the Pocket, Pawket.
Oh,
okay.
I like where this is going.
Well, it involves dog poop too. So.
Oh, dog poop?
Dog poop. I was going to say dog but I don't think we can say dog
I don't know if we can say
So it would be a pocket.
I think we can.
Like, you guys are so difficult to work with. So it would kind of, imagine the shape of bananagrams. You know, like a banana.
Okay.
Have you ever played that game where
I'm
no.
pretending, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's almost like, imagine the shape of a banana.
Okay.
And it would kind of latch onto your dog leash.
Okay.
So where the handle is would be the top, the bottom, it kind of looks a little bit like a little banana, right? Mm-hmm. And it would be where the dog poop bags would go after your dog pooped.
Oh.
So you're on like a run, and
Yep.
you know, it's just flinging around.
Yep.
And it's annoying, you know, and
So
I have two
annoying.
big dogs, so
Yes.
it you have two, I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah.
And it would kind of open up, like, remember those old, like, a coin purse, sort of,
Yeah.
and it would open up. It would slide in there, be totally like odor resistant, have
Yeah,
all the
you've really
stuff
thought
you
about
need.
this.
I own all the domains. Poop, pocket.
This is actually Shark Tank. We're watching Shark Tank now.
So it would slide in there, and then all you'd have to do is you'd have to just pop the ends, flip it over, and then it would go in the trash once you get to a trash.
That's
so
perfect.
sometimes, you know, there aren't.
I would love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it never made it to market.
No.
No.
Because when you said you had more ideas, I was thinking Minnie and Paul related. You're just
No,
like,
they're
your
usually
other-
way weirder than that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this company is growing and evolving. Do you have any things you can share? Like, what's kind of next for you?
Yeah, I can definitely share. And I don't understand how things got to where they are 2 years, right? It feels,
only been
yeah.
2 years.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
August 17th.
Wow.
So we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary, and if that was also a proud moment where you're like taking stock. Wow. So I kind of had a plan. Your plans never go the way that you envision, but next up, I really am excited about, at least in 2019, to start actually just kind of one-on-one consulting too with other small businesses. Or, whether it's an entrepreneur who has this idea and doesn't really know which steps to take, what steps are first, where to put their money, how to get some investment, and then even just a company that might be like stuck with something, stagnant. So yeah, that's sort of on the horizon, and I'm really excited about that. And for us too, just really expanding our corporate vision, and possibly in the next 5 years to a couple more cities too, within corporate.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not like you have an ideal client, because I'm sure everything is special. Someone that's an individual that maybe buys it for someone having a baby, or if you have like, 500 boxes go out for a corporate holiday gifting. Is everything just really special?
That's also a good question. I will say, when I feel that special moment that I'm a part of this like moment of gratitude, that happens when I'm like writing out the handwritten note, and I'm kind of envisioning what that person is gonna feel like when they open it. And
wait, everyone gets a handwritten note?
Yeah, everyone. Yeah,
every single box.
Yeah, every single box.
That's really cool. By you?
Me or Annie.
Wow.
Or my mom, or any awesome interns.
But there's the hand. Wow, that's
exactly.
Cool.
So yeah, and each one is hand packed too. Like it's done right here in the studio. Even when we get that 500 order, it's just a little crazier, but it all is happening here. But that moment is so important, and it's kind of, again, gets back to the why and why I'm doing this, and because you can kind of wake up some days and say, am I just like making gift boxes? Like, am I doing enough in the world? Am I like giving back enough? And you have to have a moment to remember, well, this woman's gonna open this, or this man's gonna open this, and feel really special, and feel like somebody, and we were part of that.
Totally.
And so that, and then of course, like when you get the corporate order form comes in, and it's like a big deal and a big company, we're super stoked, and we're feeling like, wow, this is gonna be crazy, how are we gonna get done, but we'll figure it out. And that's definitely another high moment for us, and what feels really exciting.
Do you guys all wear Fitbits? Do you know how much you walk up and down the tables every day?
I know. We're constantly running around the studio, and we developed this thing where we start to like run to things, or like a slight jog for no reason whatsoever. I don't wear one, and I should.
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Like, what's the most, like, I'm sure you guys are like, oh, I discovered like a secret way to pack them even faster. Are those aha moments?
Every day. Like,
what if
why have we been doing it this way the whole time? And it's all about efficiency. So yeah, I mean, getting the pegboard, it's like made a giant difference, you know, just being able to reach from here versus like reach from here.
That's
it's
so funny.
Interesting things like that really do make a big difference.
And your mom's so sweet. I've been here a couple times and she's just so like proud and like helping you pack boxes. And
I don't know what I would do without my mom. She's been there from the very beginning when it started at the duplex, and she's always believed it was going to be something that someone cared about, you know. And yeah, I again, just all the times when it's been a last minute, like, oh my God, I need to pack 50 boxes right now. Like, she is always there, and she's just been, I do not know what I would do without her. She has been so gracious throughout it all too, because it's, you know, it's family, so it's, but she's just, and like constantly reminding me to be proud of myself as moms do, and but yeah, it's she makes it, she spices it up in here too. Her energy is pretty nice. We call her the Energizer Bunny. Yeah.
If anyone's watching this video, like, what would you want their takeaway to be about Minny and Paul? Discover local, obviously. Is there anything?
Oh man, you know, that's a tough question.
I know.
Just for us, that we want to be part of an experience for you, like anything that feels special or that you want to make an impact, we want to be part of it. And we're personally grateful to be part of it. Cool. I guess if anybody else is, as an entrepreneur, sort of going through a bit of a low point, because it is such a roller coaster. Oh, it is truly. There's never that middle ground. No. Like, today's pretty good. It's either today's amazing or today's really hard. So that just to remember that you're not alone, and that everybody is going through that. But it is so rewarding too. Just keep on going, and I'm always here to talk. If anybody needs to talk to anybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your story, and you can check Minny and Paul out at minnyandpaul.com.
Thanks for having me.